Today's Spotlight is brought to you in part by presenting sponsor, First Community Financial Bank, the community bank where you come first. You're watching Spotlight, and today I'm joined by Deborah Rickett and Sandy Hively of Sharing Connections Furniture Bank. So welcome to the set, ladies. Super glad to have you.
Thank you so much.
Now, you've got a very interesting concept, and I want to hear all about it. So we're going to start with you, Sandy. Tell us what Sharing Connections is.
Well, in your intro, you mentioned the desire to help a neighbor, and essentially that's how Sharing Connections started. Our founder, Leanne McGrath, 30 years ago, had a desire to help a neighbor. It was a young woman who was in need of a crib. She went out to a number of other neighbors and got everything for the woman that she needed to provide for the woman as well as the young baby. So from there, she started to collect. She saw something that was really great in the community, and she decided that she was going to expand from there, and she continued to collect in her house for many years in her garage.
Okay, that was bulging,
yeah,
I'm sure.
For people in need in her local community. It grew then into a warehouse. She took a leap of faith and went into the half of the warehouse that we are in now, and started there working with other agencies outside of the neighborhood and expanding her area that she was helping. So then we expanded the warehouse to even a larger warehouse, and that was 30 years ago, actually. We are celebrating our 30-year this year anniversary.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Thank you.
And so from there, we serve over 4,000 people a year in that large warehouse to this day. So
quite a story.
Yeah,
one woman's vision. I love that. I love it when organizations came from just a need to reach out and help somebody next door. That's really lovely. Now, Deborah, talk a little bit today, because obviously that's expanded significantly from one crib to 4,000. That's a lot. Where do your clients come from? Who do you serve?
Well, we actually work with over 500 social service agents and approximately 200 plus agencies from around a 5-county area, so the Chicagoland area. And actually this year we're tracking to serve about 6,000 people. Wow. So the need continues to grow. But we refer to our visitors as our guests because we actually don't provide social services. When they come to us, they're fully vetted by the agents that they're working with. But they could be domestic abuse victims. They could be veterans who are cycling out of homelessness, general poverty. 100% of our guests exist at or below the extreme poverty level.
Gosh, that's
so
frightening.
The need is amazing, and they're coming to us with such great need. They're finally getting a shelter, a home, but now that's that final link of getting furnishings that really make it a home.
Well, and what I think is so interesting and important is that you're collaborating, you're building on other work that's being done in the social service arena and lifting up what they're doing to carry that forward into that final piece. That's
right,
really,
not trying to redo something that someone else is already doing, but providing that little niche that still needs to be filled.
That's terrific. Now, how does the furniture get to you? How does that work? How does the process work?
We actually have two groups of volunteers that go out twice a week on our truck, and they pick up in local communities. We have on our website listed the items that we take, and we also have on our website listed the number that you can call, or you can actually go on the website to schedule a pickup for the furniture.
Okay, so I don't have to bring it to you. You come to me and get it. That's quite the service.
They actually pick it up, yes.
Okay, that's nice.
And we do have a drop-off service for household items or smaller things. If you don't require a pickup and you just want to come by and drop it off, we have that as well.
Okay, so give me an idea. Everything from what? From beds and what all kinds of furniture are we offering to the guests?
When the guests come in, they can receive anything from dishes for their kitchen table to a bed, to a couch, clothing, all the knickknacks that they need to start a home. So basically anything that they need to start their home, we pretty much have available at Sharing Connections: dressers, tables and chairs, couches, chairs, small appliances, no large appliances, but the smaller appliances
Okay.
like coffee pots and those kinds of things.
Okay, so as a guest comes into the warehouse, do they sort of shop with you? Do they go with somebody? How does that process work?
So first of all, I just want to add too, our vision statement, which is, I think, so beautiful and really defines it, is tonight everyone eats at a table and sleeps in a bed.
I like that.
And isn't
That's
that
lovely.
amazing? Like,
Yeah.
isn't that the way it should be? But yes, when they come to us, they have been vetted, and we basically have a list of the items that they need. And our volunteers are trained to work with them, and they will go through and help them to pick out. But in addition to what comes on the list, our volunteers are really committed to trying to provide not just a table if it says they need a dining room table, but do they need flatware or do they need tableware? If they need a bed, do they have bedding? So really to provide for them as completely as we can, like Sandy said.
Well, and I think that's nice because I wonder if somebody says, well, I really need a bed, but they're a little bit shy about saying maybe they
Sure.
need. So that's lovely that you have the volunteers that do that. About how many volunteers are working with you?
Oh gosh, currently about 200, and I want to say last year there was about 13,000 volunteer hours.
Wow.
So it's it's a volunteer, there's a very lean staff. It is a volunteer-driven organization.
Okay. And as we're thinking, we're sort of approaching, we're in that fourth quarter, what's your most pressing need as you look to get to the end of the year? What's the most pressing thing that you need right now?
As far as furniture goes,
Yeah.
I would say two of the items that we're always in need of are kitchen table and chairs, because that is part of our mission statement that everybody eats at a table. So for us, that's always something we try to give the clients. And then also dressers. We're always short on dressers. Those are two things that people don't give away that often.
Okay.
So those are two pressing needs. And then looking into December, we do have a toy program that we also open our warehouse up and we turn it into a toy winter wonderland, you might call it, for Christmas programs. So we're also looking for new toys.
Okay, that's nice. That's really nice. Now, talk a little bit, and you've kind of mentioned a couple of ways, and you've talked a lot about volunteer hours, but as we get wrapped up here, how can our viewers get involved? What kinds of ways could they engage with you as a volunteer?
We have so many opportunities for volunteers. We had a great afternoon today just kind of meeting with volunteers and talking. And it's always interesting when they tell us different things that they want to do. But they can work, if they have administrative skills, they can work in the admin office. They can go out on the truck and help pick up furniture. They can work events with us. They can work directly with the clients. They'll be trained to work directly with our guests. So there's so many ways, and all of that is right on our website as well.
Okay. It sounds like it's such a nice way that you're helping people right here in the community, which is so important. And you've got lots of ways that we can plug in. So thank you for stopping by and sharing a little bit of information about Sharing Connections.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for having us.
You're welcome. As you just heard, for every piece of furniture you don't need, there is definitely a family who does. So if you would like to help ensure that everyone eats at a table and sleeps in a bed, please visit Sharing Connections' website. We're going to take a quick break, but stay with us. We're going to be right back with more Spotlight.
Website as well.
Okay. It sounds like it's such a nice way that you're helping people right here in the community, which is so important. And you've got lots of ways that we can plug in. So thank you for stopping by and sharing a little